First tonight at 6, families forced to move to make room for police.
And it's sad. I mean, we are living like savages.
Living in squalor, disturbing, disgusting conditions, but what's their alternative? Hello, and thanks for being here tonight. I'm Jamie Boll, in for Paul Cameron.
And I'm Maureen O'Boyle. The city is buying up property, 17 homes, from a New York-based real estate company. And in their stead, the CMPD will build a new police substation. The location here in the troubled Greer Heights neighborhood, where few would argue we need an increased police presence. That's where the story began, but we found something else. Substandard housing, nearly unfit for living. Units boarded up, building code violations, and families with no place else to go and their time running out. WBTV's Steve CRUMP is on your side live in Greer Heights. And Steve, tell us about the hardships these people are facing tonight.
Well, Maureen, on a night like this, some of those hardships can be amplified, and let me show you what we're talking about. Look up on that roof right there. You see the big hole is covered by plywood, and on a rainy night, folks say that the ceilings end up leaking inside their units. Also, there's no heat in a lot of the units, and describing the conditions can be heartbreaking in many respects, so we thought we would begin this piece by letting the folks who live here explain it in their own words, people who have to put up with it day by day.
We've been living like savages for like 2 years, and ever since we got code enforcement involved, they want to force us out.
Felicia Boyd complained to us in the front yard, but wait until you see her kitchen. This is 24/7.
24/365. 24/365. This is sad. I never lived like this.
It started as a small drip and has turned into an unstoppable stream of hot water. Felicia Boyd's situation is common. Just ask her neighbor, GERA Alexander.
I have no screens on my windows. Half my windows won't open completely. The front, my living room door, doesn't fit my threshold. I can sit in my living room and look outside.
Her place is becoming a health hazard.
I have 3 kids, and my youngest, she's 16 months old. She constantly keeps an upper respiratory infection due to the mold and mildew and everything on my carpet.
The violations are on the radar of Charlotte's Code Enforcement Office. We went there for answers, but couldn't see the file and probably won't for several days. It turns out the inspector has a few days off, but the Code Enforcement Coordinator says they're looking for remedies.
We want to make sure the units are brought up to code and that any occupants are safe, in a safe and sanitary condition.
You can stand by my kitchen sink and smell the sewage. It's like real bad.
Plywood improvises, and stain remover doesn't work in some showers. Near one building, we found a cemetery where the dead are getting very little respect.
I just want out of the situation that I'm living. I want to, this is sad.
Sad indeed, and you may be asking the question, how much do these folks end up paying for rent? $500 to $600 a month, and because of that, they've called, they've complained, and nothing's been done. The folks who are holding on to their rent, they have been taken to court for non-payment, and it's a situation in many respects. Once we get this hold of that code violation file, we will be sure to pass it along and let you know what's inside of it and how many violations have been found in buildings like this one right behind me here. Live from Greer Heights, Steve CRUMP, WBTV, on your side.
Yeah, those people certainly need to be heard, Steve. Thanks. Now, here's where this story gets doubly complicated. When the city clears out this land for the new police substation, some of these families could go from the frying pan into the fire. Their living conditions now are terrible, but there is a strong possibility some of them may be put out on the street. They're forced to look for new homes, and of course, the cash that it takes to move. Our calls to the landlord today went unreturned. We'll stay on top of it.
Well, Steve mentioned the all-day